People always like to say, hey, your business is going to be replaced by Claude. I do think that actually it's a good thing, because the more the models and capabilities will be good, the better Gojiberry will be. Because what we're trying to do now wasn't possible like 1 year ago. Because 1 year ago, you could do AI automations, you could do chats, you could analyze a certain amount of data. Of course, AI was great, but it was not great to analyze a strategy, learn from it, deploy a strategy. It was bad at those things.
Yeah.
And so right now with the new models, it's possible, and it's going to be better and better over time. So actually, we are looking forward to those times where Claude get even better, because our AI will also be better as well. And we're not very afraid of them trying to replace us or something similar, because I think those AI are great for horizontal things. Like, you can do a lot of things, but if you want to be very, very, very good at something, like with a vertical, they are not that great. And I know that they're trying to go in some verticals, but they are more trying to go in the health sector. Like, they launched, I think, Claude for research or something like that, but they're not going to go into like that go-to-market. It's not where they're trying to go. And actually, also, what we're doing that they're probably never going to do is, so the agent is connected to many tools and data sources that Claude doesn't have access to. So like right now, when you search on Claude and you say, hey, create a list of leads, Claude will try to find the companies and the leads on Google or, any other search engines. And sometimes they will give you the wrong LinkedIn link or the wrong URL or the wrong person. That happened to me a lot of times. Like sometimes 50% of the list is wrong. And so it's because they don't have access to the data sources we have access to and that we use, for example, for signals or so on. And so I think the best capabilities come from combining what we do, the sources we have, and the intelligence we have with actually the capabilities of Claude or any other LLM. Because when we combine both, we have the intelligence and reasoning of Claude, and we have the data we have and the training we have in our system. And both at the same time create the billion-dollar vision of Gojiberry.
Makes sense. And on top of that, you don't have to build it yourself with MCP or APIs. So
beginners,
of course.
They won't, like the mass market won't build
build
MCP
it
or
themselves.
APIs or
No, that's for sure. That's a good point. I agree. And do you think that being the newcomer in this new era of AI agents and stuff is an advantage for you?
I think it's an advantage because we can go fast, we can break things. We are a small team, so we can ship very fast. It's funny because we are already seeing bigger companies and players in the market that copy what we do. Like copy, like when I say copy, it's not
copy
like
and paste.
It's obvious. Like, it's crazy. But I mean, it's fine. It's part of the game. And I think it's a good sign. It means that we are in the right direction.
Good sign.
Because the big players are looking at what we do. But no, I mean, I just think like we are fast. We are a small team, and I think that's an advantage because bigger companies, they take some time to make a decision, to go in a direction. So yeah, and I think one of our strengths is that, I mean, I don't like this word, but I would say we are go-to-market experts in quotes. By that I mean that we spent our life doing outbound content and so on. So we know what we do. It's not like we wake up and we say, hey, let's do go to market, We lived that. We did also a lot of work manually trying to do list of leads for years, and things like that. So we know the problem we're solving. We know the direction that we need to take. And so that's also, I think, a strength because we have a good founder market fit that maybe other companies don't have sometimes.
No, that's for sure an advantage. You've been in the weeds, and when you talk to your customers, you're talking the same language. So
yeah.
That's for sure. That's very inspiring and very exciting. But now we want to know more about how you do it. I've been preparing a little this episode with some research on what you're building, and I of course went on your website. And one line with me was grow Gojiberry using Gojiberry. So how does that look? What's behind the scenes? How did you use this vision you described for the last few minutes in growing your own product? And obviously it's working because of the growth you have so far.
Yeah, so I think how we're using Gojiberry and the part of the growth that it created, it changed a bit over time because when we started last summer, so 1 year ago, it was like probably 50-80%, like a big number of the growth. I don't have the exact number in mind, but it was a big part of the growth because we were starting, so we're using our own tool to grow. What I mean by grow is that basically we booked demos with Gojiberry. It was very basic at the beginning, but we just explained what we were doing to our AI and we chose some different signals and different target markets, and our agents would go after people and contact people in those markets. So we're booking like tens of demos per week using that method. And so the three of us, like the three founders, were using Gojiberry to book demos. At first, it was only LinkedIn. We didn't do email. It was just like sending LinkedIn messages and connection requests, because this is the channel where you have the highest reply rates. So of course, we wanted to focus on that first. And then with the time passing, we deployed more than just Gojiberry. So we created a lot of content. We started to work also with creators and influencers in the go-to-market space. We also started to run some ads, SEO, and like a lot of different channels that compounded over time. And so now I would say Gojiberry is probably representative of 15-20% of the growth at the moment. And the biggest channel is content right now. So because as we could replicate content with influencers and creators, of course, the scale is very, very big. Gojiberry is more right now, as it does only outbound for now, it's more linked to our team and the number of people we have in the team, because each team member can have some volume, and of course it's linked to that. And so one of the strategies that works very, very well, we have a 50% reply rate with this strategy, is we track, like the agent tracks people who interact with our company and reach out to those people. So anyone who interacts with our content, that visit our LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn company page, websites, anyone who interacts with us, or a member in the team, could be an employee or someone working with us. So the agent would track that, and we'll invite the person on LinkedIn if it's not the case, and send a message to this person. And we have 50% reply rate to those people. And what we like to do as well, on LinkedIn it's very, very good. But it also depends on your niche. So we have a niche where people are highly on LinkedIn, like it's salespeople, and so that's their primary source of leads. So they are connected. So I would say it makes it also easier, even if like we have some companies that are customers that do the exact same thing. They are not focusing on salespeople, and it works great as well. It's just depending on like where you put the cursor, what's good for your type of company. For example, if you have like let's say you said compliance services, maybe for you like a 25% reply rate would be excellent. And so it depends on where you put the cursor, I think. But we do that. And the second thing we do that is working well is we also track people in our market that interact with competitors. So every time someone interacts with a GTM tool, an AI tool in our space, and what we do is we have the agent that track those people, check that it fits our ICP. So it's gonna filter and score the leads, and based on the score, it's gonna contact the person. And actually it's working well, because those people, they already know their problem. They already know that solutions exist, and they already tried some solutions. And so when we talk to them, it's not like we need to explain what we do. They understand directly. And so that's also very easy for us to get a demo, or to get them actually interested enough to try the product, because we have a self-serve model. So people can just go on the website and try the agents. And it's very easy for us to get someone that does the product with this strategy. And we don't even have to take a call sometimes. Just say, hey, we saw that you were interested by AI lead generation right now. We do that. Would you like to test the product? And they just say yes. And we send them the link and they try the product. So sometimes we just don't demo. We just send the link, they try the product, and then we say, hey, I saw you tried the product. Do you need help? Do you want maybe a quick demo of the platform? And then we talk with them. We show them the product. So it's gonna depend. We tried many different strategies. This one is working well. And the last one that works well is also sharing a resource or a lead magnet with someone. So what we tried at some point is, when we reach out to someone that interacted with our content, for example, if the person didn't reply, what we send is we say, hey, we created that playbook that explained how we book demos with AI. Do you want me to share it? So we do not share it. We say, do you want me to share it? And we have many people that they say yes, and then we send the playbook. And on the playbook, so you have the whole strategy. You can book a demo, you can use the product with a trial in the doc. And we have many people that come back and just say, hey, I checked the doc, can you help me? Or I have this question, and it brings tons of people to the product.